So SQL Server Database Administration, as part of this modules here, we'll discuss as part of this course. Yeah, we'll see how we are working as a DBA in real time. Okay, in real time, how we are working as a database administrator. Okay, yes. So basically, remember, yeah. So in general, remember, our job is here as a database administrator. Our job is maintenance. Maintenance. Okay, database and database server maintenance is our job. Our job is what? Maintenance. We have to understand. So database and database server maintenance is our job. Okay, so why? Because generally we know, yeah, every application has two parts, right? Front end and back end part. As part of back end part, actual data is stored. Okay, in the back end parts here, actual data is stored, right? Yes. So that's why the back end part is basically, remember, it is a collection of databases. Backend part is what? Collection of databases. So that's why, like as a database administrator, we are going to work with our backend part, which is a collection of databases. Okay? That's why, like regularly, we have to work with here databases and database servers. Our job is what? As a database admin, our job is maintenance. That's why, as part of maintenance, we have to work with database and database servers. This was here just maybe some people are very familiar with application. Every application has two parts here, front end and back end part. Right. So front end part is nothing but what? User interface part. Yeah, every concept we'll see from scratch, and daily, remember, I will record the sessions, I will share you daily recordings. Plus I will share you the soft copy material. Okay, the same step by step notes what I am discussing, same notes also will share you. Okay, along with the FAQs and scenarios. So what are the regularly asked questions are there? I will share you those questions, interview questions, plus some common scenarios also we'll see. Why? Because our regular job is, remember, troubleshooting. Our regular job is what? Troubleshooting. Just remember, like as part of troubleshooting, regularly we have to work with what? Various issues. I will share you the soft copy material along with our daily notes. I will share you the soft copy material also, so that you can go through that material. Okay, right. Here, see, already I have written like each module wise FAQs I have written like chapter wise. You can go through that question answers. Plus, we'll see the scenarios also. Why? Because our regular job is what? Troubleshooting. That's why, we have to work with troubleshooting regularly. Okay, right, right. So that's why, remember, like a regular job is troubleshooting. That's why regularly, yeah, we have to work with the issues actually. Why? Because tomorrow, once we enter in the organization as a DBA, our job is what? Troubleshooting. That's why troubleshooting is very, very important for us. So check here, yeah, most of the issues here which we are facing in production environment, those issues already I have written here. Most of the issues we'll discuss those issues here while working with our course. Okay, right, right. Yeah. In general, remember, yeah, as part of front end part, which is a user interface part actually, front end part, right? User interface part. So this front end part is developed by some front end part developers like .NET, Java, like this here. Okay, PHP, Android, various technologies, Bootstrap, so many things here, HTML, something. So whereas backend part is the one where the actual data is present. Actual data is present here. Okay, in backend part, we have actual data is there. That's variable like yeah, where we are working as a DBA. Where we are working as a DBA. Here we are handling this backend part. Okay, still the voice is okay or it still it's low. Anyone? Varun, Swati, Sandeep. Still it is low or it's okay now? So okay now. Okay, thank you, Sandeep. Yes. Yes. Check here like actual data is present here in the backend part. Once again, remember backend part is a collection of databases here in general. Most of the times here we are maintaining the databases here as part of backend part, and see like then by that's very much already we know in a database how the data is maintained. Data is maintained in the form of rows and columns, right? In the form of tables, generally we know. In backend database, in a database we know already data is maintained in the form of what? Databases, in the form of rows and columns. Right. In general, remember like, yeah, to work as a SQL Server DBA, we have two major prerequisites are there. One is here we have to work, yeah, as a database administrator. First one's here like we have to work with uh, uh, Windows. Some basic Windows knowledge is required. Prerequisites, I'm saying. Some basic Windows knowledge is required. Then we need some SQL basics are required for us. SQL basics. No need to worry. Anyhow, we'll discuss that SQL basics. Okay, SQL basics we'll discuss as part of this course. What I will do, I will provide you the recordings so that you can go through that recordings here. SQL basics 3 to 4 hours classes I will provide you in the form of recordings. You can go through those recordings. Okay, right. So that is like Windows basics are required for us, SQL basics are required for us to work as a SQL Server DBA. So no need to worry, very basic things actually. Why? Because separate Windows team is there, they will take care of everything actually. But our job is here like, yeah, why? Because if any issue is there, to identify whether the problem is of SQL Server or whether the problem is from Windows, just to avoid to identify that problem, remember. So yeah, just we need some basic knowledge is required for us. Basic Windows knowledge is required for us. Okay, no need to worry. Right. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So collection of databases here. Backend is nothing but what? It is a collection of databases. Backend. Okay. Here see like in general say like in case of yeah, databases here like how the data is maintained we have seen in the form of rows and columns. And okay, backend is a collection of databases we have discussed, and how these databases are maintained, right? To maintain the databases, remember like we are going with the RDBMS products here. Okay, we are going with what? RDBMS products. Okay, so that's remember like Yeah, we have so many RDBMS products are there in the market, like SQL Server, Oracle, Sybase, like various RDBMS products are there in the market. This one to manage databases, to create and manage databases. Yeah, we need RDBMS products, relational database management. Yeah, yes. So that is like relational database management system is required for this. Right, right. So that's why, but that's why I think it is clear. Backend is a collection of databases. To manage these databases, we need what? RDBMS products. SQL Server is one of the RDBMS product, right? So many RDBMS products are there in the market today, like MS SQL Server, Oracle, okay? So Sybase, MySQL, so many RDBMS products are available in the market. Yeah, that's why I think yeah, no problem. We are going with step by step. We are starting from scratch here. No need to worry. So, yeah, if any questions are there, you can ask me the questions. As well as remember, I will provide the recordings, also daily recordings are there. You can go through the recordings. If any doubts are there, we have to note down those doubts. Okay. So, I will provide you my WhatsApp number also. Okay, in future if any queries are there, anything is it, you can discuss with me. Okay, if any doubts are there, I am available, yeah, okay, for any queries. So while practicing also, remember, if any doubts are there, just you have to send me WhatsApp message. Okay, so I will connect to the server, your laptop. I will clarify the doubts. No need, no need to worry. Okay, I will take care. Step by step, I will go with step by step. So yeah, no need to worry. So as a fresher, means even you don't have knowledge of SQL basics, you can learn this course. Anyhow, SQL basics, I will provide you recorded classes. You can go through those recordings. Okay, right, right, right. Understood, right? What is backend part is clear. What is backend part? Backend part is a collection of databases, and these databases we are maintaining with help of what? Some RDBMS products. We are maintaining with the help of some RDBMS products here. These backend databases. Right, right. Okay, right. So, yeah, check it that's why suppose here previously one of our client was there, CIBC, of a bank in Canada actually. See backend they are using SQL Server. This is the front end. Backend here, like whenever we click on register button, data is stored in the backend in the form of SQL Server database. Okay, right, right. So that is yeah. So where actual data is present, remember in database. That's why yeah, it is very we have to very we should have very good knowledge actually to work as a DBA. That's why in detail I will go through. Maybe some confusion, maybe there is for 3 4 days. If any doubts are there, you can call to my number, WhatsApp number. I will share you. Okay, you can discuss the doubts at any time. Remember, no need to worry. Even if you are free, you can attend again one more batch within 3 months. Okay. Suppose in this batch you got some concepts you have missed, for example. So we can yeah discuss those. You can attend the concepts in another batch also. I think we have almost a daily 5 DBA batches are there, morning 3, evening 2. You can attend, okay, in future. Right. We have complete support will be there, no need to worry. Right, right. That is like what is database, what is RDBM. Then, so what are our roles here? What is the role of a DBA? Role, or we can say responsibilities of a DBA. Responsibilities means what, why we are in the organization. So check here, like major responsibilities already we have seen. Our job is what, to handle this backend part. The first point we have to understand, right? So again, this backend part is a what, collection of databases, and those databases we are maintaining with the help of what, SQL Server. That's what our job is, what, database and database server, database and database server maintenance is our job. Database and database server maintenance is our job. Understood, right? Maintenance is our job. We have to understand indirectly, right? So that's why as part of database maintenance, remember, that's why we are not programmers, we are not developers, remember, we are maintenance people. That's why major responsibilities are the database and database server maintenance is our job. It's what, database and database server maintenance means what, always database must be up and running. Up and running. Always database must be accessible to the users. Users here. Database must be accessible to the applications or users. Always. Okay. Right. So that's why tomorrow if database is down or if any performance issues are there, any connectivity issues are there, we have to handle that problem. That's why, that's why as part of that's why regularly daily activities here, daily activity is monitoring and troubleshooting. Monitoring and troubleshooting is our daily activity, daily job, daily, yeah, responsibility. Okay. Uh, yeah. So monitoring and troubleshooting is our regular activity. That's when, but tomorrow once you enter in your organization, okay, total setup is there. Total setup is there. But our job is what? We have to take care that everything should be working fine. Okay, there should be no performance issues. There should be no connectivity issues. Okay, installing and configuring SQL Server. Okay, so these are the various activities are there. Major activities are there. Here already we have seen monitoring and troubleshooting. But here, like as a DBA, what we are responsible for here, installations and configuration. But remember, it is not our regular activity. Why? Because tomorrow, once we enter in the organization, uh, yeah, once we enter in the organization, yeah, we have to. Once we enter in the organization, remember, like we have to start working with the existing database server, right? We are not doing installations regularly, but whenever we are going to build one new server, right? So whenever we are going to build one new server, then we are going with installations here. That's why we have to understand that it's not our regular job. That's your patching SQL Server. Patching means remember updating, updates, updates. Generally, we know, right? In mobile phone also will get updates, right? Android or iOS phone will get the updates, right? Why? Because yeah, to make it up to date, right? To make the software up to date, we are going to apply the patches. Here also remember, patching is there here. Yeah, one of our DB activity. Generally, we'll do patching for every 3 months, every 6 months, every 1 year in general. Understood, right? Patching. Patching is nothing but what? Updating, just updating SQL Server. Okay, we have to understand. Right, right. So, okay, okay. In the same way, like we can work with, generally we have to take care of security. Means no user should access our databases, right? Without our privileges, without our permissions. Just remember, security we have to take care. We have to take care of securities here, right? In the same way, like we have to schedule backups. Backups we have to schedule. So backup is nothing but remember extra copy. Suppose one database is there, tomorrow if database is crash unexpectedly, then how we can work with, right? So how we'll get back the database, correct, right? That is the reason, remember, we have to apply the, we have to schedule the backups here. Daily what we'll do, we'll schedule daily backups. Daily backups will schedule. Why? Because tomorrow something happen, if database is crash, something happen. To avoid data loss scenario, we can use that backups here. That means what? As a database administrator, daily we have to take backup or no need to take? No need to take. We'll schedule the backup. Just remember, we are scheduling the backup. So if any backup is failing, we can handle that scenario. What is the reason why the backup is failing? We can troubleshoot that problem. That's why I think it is very clear. Our job is what? Troubleshooting. Monitoring and troubleshooting is our job. We don't get any confusion. Okay, monitoring and troubleshooting is our regular job. The same way here, like will maintaining here standby servers. Why we have to maintain standby servers? Why? Because tomorrow production server is damaged, for example. Okay, production server crash, production database crash. Then how the users can continue their work? Correct, right? Compulsory, we have to maintain the standby servers, standby databases. Understood, right? Yes, yes. So that is like here see, standby servers, standby database means what? For example, here see one production server is there. In this production server, we have one database is there. For example, sales database is there. Database icon is not there, just I'm using this. So all the users are working with these servers here. All the users are working with this database. But tomorrow if this production server is damaged, for example, unexpectedly, tomorrow if this production server is damaged, how the users or applications will continue their work, right? That is the reason as a database admin member, we have to maintain one standby server. Means what? Whatever the changes are going on here in production, they should be applied automatically to this standby. Okay, tomorrow, due to any reason, if server down, database down, or network is down, no problem. Immediately, we can make these users to continue their work here. See, understood, right? Just we have to maintain duplicate copy of database in different server. Understood, right? Yes, yes. That is it. This is our production server. This is my standby server. These are compulsory for us. We have to maintain compulsory standby servers. Okay. Otherwise, if production server is crashed, problem is there. Problem is there. So users cannot continue their work till we troubleshoot this. Let's say for troubleshooting that problem, it is taking 1 hour time. Suppose if website is down for 1 hour, how much business loss? Right? Paytm is there. If they are down for 1 hour, how much loss? Actually, they are saying that you will get cash back. They are doing so much business actually. Our details internally. Okay, there that is different. Just I am saying. So business loss is there to the client. Amazon.in is there. If it is down for 1 hour, how many orders are lost? That's why compulsory here. It may be huge application or it may be small application. Compulsory, we have to maintain the standby databases. Standby database we have to maintain. To maintain this standby database means duplicate copy of database in SQL Server. We have some high availability features. High availability features like log shipping, database mirroring, always on. See, high availability means highly available. Even when server crash, no problem. Immediately users can continue their work with the standby server. Clear, right? To maintain duplicate copy of database in SQL Server, we have these concepts here. We'll see this later practically in detail. Log shipping is there, database mirroring, always on. Always on means database is on or online in any one server. Even one server down, no problem. In other servers, it is available. Actually, this is the latest features here. These are old features. Right, right. It is clear, right? Why we have to maintain standby servers and what are the options are there in SQL Server. Log shipping is there. We'll talk about differences, everything in tomorrow's class. What is difference between log shipping, difference between mirroring, always on. Okay, no need to worry. Just what is what, just you have to understand. In detail, we'll see practically all the concepts I will show you practically 100%. No need to worry. Including like clustering, always on, performance tuning, everything I will show you practically. Okay, no need to worry. Yes, yes. So these are like yeah, various yeah, concepts are available for us here. That's it. Maintaining standby servers. Understood, right? Yes. So that's why I already have said tomorrow once you enter in the organization, once we enter in the organization, we have to understand here, like we need to, we have total setup is there, log shipping is there, mirroring is there. Just we have to start working with those setups actually. Right. So that is like, right. So yeah, next year in the same way, performance tuning. Performance tuning means remember if any performance issues are there, tomorrow our application team is saying this performance is very slow. Performance is very slow here. Okay, it's what whenever the user is making some transaction, let's say phone pay is there. Whenever we are making some transfer, money transfer, it is taking lot of time. For example, unexpectedly, or that means what our application team will send the request to our DPA team. The why the performance is slow, so that we have to handle. Means what like that performance issues we have to handle as a DBA. Clear, right? Yes. The same way say like we have to do migrations. Okay, migrating from one server to another server databases actually from on-premises local data center to cloud migrations, for example. Okay, so these are like various issues here, when various activities are there as part of DBAs here. Installations and configurations are not our regular jobs here. Not is not our regular job, but patching means for every 3 months we'll apply the patches. Same thing we have to understand like our updates. We'll see later in detail. We have to handle the security. Unauthorized users should not access. We have to schedule backups. Backups are there for security purpose. When we have to maintain standby servers. Why? Because tomorrow if production server crash, so yeah, we have to maintain, we have to make the database available to the users, right? So to avoid data loss in business loss scenarios, and we have seen that to maintain standby servers in SQL Server, we have log shipping, database mirroring, always on, like clustering, various concepts are there. We'll see that practically. Performance tuning, handling performance related issues, migrations and upgradations, troubleshooting. Okay, I think just I think it is clear what is DBA and what we are doing regularly in the production environment. So December for us, no need of any C, C++, Java language. Why? Because we are not developers, right? So just we need 1-2 lines of commands are there, simple commands are there, 1-2 lines of commands we can remember, okay? Or if lengthy command is there, lengthy command is it, then remember like yeah, those commands we can store in a file. We can store in a file. Okay, just run those commands. I will share you those scripts also. I will share you as well as I have written most of the scripts here in the blog. My blog is here azure-sql.blogspot.com. azure-sql.blogspot.com. You can see my YouTube channel is there. You can subscribe here. Like some of the videos I have uploaded here means like if someone is there who is working as a DBA, your friends or colleagues. So yeah, before joining, you can, if want, you can show them also up to what extent I am going to cover. No need to worry, all the concepts we'll see in detail. Okay? No need to worry. You can subscribe my channel. Yes. So that's like, yeah, if I go to FAQs and scenarios here, see, most of the scripts I have written here. So all these scripts plus other extra scripts I will share, okay, as a soft copy material. Soft copy material I will share you. Okay, no need to worry. Right, right. So yeah. So check here like let's say we'll start with SQL Server. Just now we have discussed that SQL Server is what? One of a RDBMS product, right? One of the RDBMS product through which we are working with databases, right? Yes, yes. That's remember like yeah. That's why it's our regular responsibilities to manage the databases. That's why creating and managing the databases is our regular job as a database admin. Right. So let's say we'll start with SQL Server. We know that SQL Server is an RDBMS product developed by Microsoft. Actually, sir, it was released in the year 1989. 1989. Now we have different versions are there, SQL Server versions are there. Our latest version is the 2019 version is there. Previous version was there 17, 16. Like this here, various versions are there here. Okay, Right. So, but remember, like even like today, we have latest version is a 2019. We have to understand that we have to work with the previous versions also. We have to work with what previous versions also. Why? Because immediately our client is not going to migrate. Right? So that's why still remember in some servers we have 2014, some servers 2016, like this here in different versions. Only features difference is that working everything is same. Check it like from 2017 onwards, remember SQL Server works in any platform. So it may be Windows or Linux or Mac, any platforms. This is one more reason. Today, most of the clients has started using SQL Server. Okay, right. Previously, see one of our client was there, Sharjah Islamic Bank. Actually, these people are using Oracle. Most of their databases are there in what Oracle actually. In fact, that they are using Oracle. So, but this website plus 30% databases now they are maintaining remember with SQL Server. 70% Oracle is there with them. Now 30% they are maintaining with what SQL Server. Okay, right. That's why remember like today number of clients are increasing actually. SQL servers clients are increasing today. Right, right. So check it like basically remember to connect and work with the SQL Server, we are using one tool called SSMS. SQL Server Management Studio. Means what server may be there, SQL Server may be there in your laptop, SQL Server may be there in the production server somewhere in the network. We can connect and work with the same tools here. Check it. I will show you how to install everything from scratch. No need to worry. Just we have to follow the concepts. Okay. Yes. Check your SSMS SQL Server Management Studio. Maybe tomorrow or the after tomorrow. First, I will show you installation part. Okay. Not need to worry. Yeah. Check here. We can connect to the server which is there in my local machine. Here, see, test SQL. Yeah, this is my FRR info is my system name. Okay, so test SQL is my server name. SQL Server 15.0 version. It is saying it is 2019 version. 2019 version. In that we have databases are there. We can work with these databases. Here by taking new query, we can check here which version it is. We can work, see, graphically we can create the databases, we can work with the databases here, but directly we can work with graphically. If we want to create logins users, here see by using the command also we can work with here. Suppose like I want to see right now I am working with which version. See here, select at the rate versions here. Is saying SQL Server 2019. Okay. Yes. The same way, select at the rate server name. Like this is simple commands we can remember here. Simple commands we can remember. If lengthy commands are there, we can store that commands in a file. File. Lengthy commands are there, remember, we can store that commands in a file. We can use those commands. Okay? Right. Right. Yeah, screen is not visible. The name is here. One Vikram. Screen is visible or not. Just have type the command here. Select server at the rate server. It's confirm Ali. Sandeep, are you able to see my screen or not? Maybe Sandeep is saying no. Other people, please. Yeah. Yeah. Sandeep, maybe network may be slow from your end. Yeah, you can leave the meeting again. You connect. Please check the network. All the other people can see. Okay. Right. Right. See, like how we are connecting and working with SQL Server. Right? Yes, we can connect to the servers here, which is there somewhere in the networks here. See, we can connect to the server, which is there somewhere in the networks here. We can see here, check here. This is my local server. See, if you see green icon here, see green button, it is a local server. Means what? It is installed in my laptop. But if you see like this here, question mark, then remember it is a remote server. You have to understand that it is a remote server. Clear, right? Actually, this is one of our production server. Actually. Right. So that is like we can understand here. See, like how we are connecting and working with the SQL server as a database administrator. Understood, right? SSMS is a free tool. Through this tool, we are connecting and working with SQL. Next one, see, like SQL Server supports here both SQL, which is called uh, non-procedural language. Non-procedural language means what? It is not programming language. Only some commands are there, like select, update, delete. Some commands are there, as well as here for programming purpose. Remember, SQL Server supports T-SQL for programming purpose. You see, structured query language. SQL. T-SQL is a transact transact SQL, say transact structured query language. By using T-SQL, remember, we can write programs. I mean, we are not writing, our developers team will write. Like stored procedures, functions, triggers, etc. Clear, right? Yes. With the SQL, remember, like both are supported here, SQL plus T-SQL. SQL plus T-SQL. Okay, right. For programming, our developers can use here T-SQL language to write the programs. But as a DBA, we should have some basic SQL knowledge is required for us. Basically, how to work with select command, basic SQL knowledge. Just I will take 5 minutes more. We'll conclude the session. Another important point here: SQL Server supports two types of working environments here. SQL Server supports what? Two types of working environments. One is a standalone environment, is there for small scale applications. Small scale applications, like where we can have here see single production server, single live server. Okay, one or more standby. Standby. Already we have seen what is the purpose of standby server. Why? Because tomorrow if this production server, live server is crash, we can connect with the standby server. Yes. Check here. The same way we have already we have seen to maintain one or more standby servers. What are the options are there in SQL Server? Log shipping, database mirroring, always on, like this here. Second one here, like a cluster environment is there here. Second type of environment. Cluster means remember group of servers. We have to understand. Cluster is nothing but what? A group of servers which are connected to each other, which are working as a single server in the network. Why? because like Amazon.in is there. If I maintain single server, if I maintain single server in the backend, how many queries it can handle, right? It's not possible, right? Yes, that is the reason compulsory we have to maintain a group of servers. Compulsory we have to maintain a like group of servers that is called cluster. Just remember, cluster is like our customer care department. Okay, like 10 people are sitting. So whenever someone is calling, anyone will take the call, right? No need like lengthy waiting queue is not there. Correct, right? Same thing, remember, cluster is nothing but what? A group of servers. Basically, remember, like for medium and large scale applications, we need a cluster in required, like 24/7 applications, okay, e-commerce applications, okay, banking, like telecom, like Airtel, something here. For these applications, remember, like we need one cluster setup is required for us. I will show you cluster also practically already we have discussed. Just remember, right now, we are working with standalone environment or cluster environment. We can check here. See, right click on server properties. Here is clustered false. It is saying here is clustered false, means it is a standalone server. Is not cluster environment standard. If you see true, then it is cluster. You already have set up the cluster also, even you can practice in your laptops also. Okay, I will show you with the VMware. With VMware, what we can do, we can create multiple machines. We can configure the cluster. I will show you. No need to worry. Okay, from scratch, I will show you. The same way, like by using the command also we can check here. Select server property is clustered here. Always remember, after typing the command, select the command, execute. See, false it is saying. Zero means what? False it is saying, right? It is a standalone environment. Standalone environments here. Okay, like this here we can see here whether it is standalone or cluster environment. Right, right. Yeah, these are just what we have seen as part of today's demo class. But we'll continue all these. Yeah, once again, we'll discuss all these concepts in detail. You can go to our itschool.com or optimizesql.com on our websites. Here we have SQL DBA. What concepts are covering content here. Yeah, we'll discuss here. We'll start with SQL Server, basic things. We'll see again from scratch. We'll see installation. We'll see here. Next, we'll see configuration. I mean, generally, after installing SQL Server, remember immediately we can't make the server as a production server. We have to configure. We have to make some necessary changes. Then we'll see working with databases. We'll see how to work with databases. What is data file? What is log file? Completely we'll see in detail in data file how to handle scenario, log file damage, how to handle. The database goes into suspect mode, how to recover it back on it. All this we'll see in detail. After that, we'll go with security. How to create users, how to grant permissions. We'll see. Then backup restores we'll see. So next automation we'll discuss how we can automate. Like generally we are scheduling here jobs alerts we can configure. Here see SQL Server agent service is there. Under agent we can schedule the jobs and alerts. Automation we'll see. Then after that we'll start with high availability features. performance tuning, clustering, and always on. See some other concepts like migrations, upgradation, something, and overall these issues will be discussed as part of the course. Okay, right. So that's like what are the course content. So we'll conclude the session. We'll summarize the session once. Check in today's class summary. We have seen already as a database administrator. Our job is what? Database and server maintenance. Right. That's why as part of database and database server maintenance, monitoring and troubleshooting. Monitoring and troubleshooting is our regular jobs here as a DBA, database administrator. Right, right. Next year, that's why maintenance is our activity. That's why regularly we have to monitor all the features are working or not. If any features are failing, we have to troubleshoot the problem. Then after that, we have started with the SQL Server. We have discussed that SQL Server is a RDBMS product developed by Microsoft. So what we can do with SQL Server, we can create and then manage databases. And we have seen to connect and work with SQL Server, we are using which tool? SSMS, SQL Server Management Studio. We have seen one of the benefit is what graphically remember we can perform most of the activities here directly. Want to create a database, new database. Why? Because one server is a collection of databases. So if I want to create any database directly, we can create the databases very simple. Right. So that's why like SSMS is it. And after that, we have seen SQL Server supports SQL and T-SQL, transact structured query language. And SQL Server supports two types of working environments. One is a standalone environment, is it? Second one is what cluster environment is there, right? Yes. These are the concepts we have seen here as part of today's class. Okay, right, right. If any questions are there, we'll discuss the questions. Already have said daily will take 1 hour class. Then it will go up to 40 to 50 days, almost all 50. Right. Why? Because every concept we'll see from scratch. We'll go step by step with the practicals. That's why, yeah, it takes 40 to 50 days.